So there is something what people don't understand. You know, being a life coach, it doesn't make you perfect. You know, being a life coach, it doesn't make you perfect. It doesn't make you better than other people. You will be better than them, of course, emotionally, because of course you are teaching them or helping them with a lot of things. It could make you better than them emotionally. You know what I mean? But it doesn't make you a perfect human being. Nobody is perfect, ladies and gentlemen. So you see, a few days ago, weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks, a video popped up on my feed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you've been with me for 3 years. You know that I don't mention names on this channel. I do not mention names. I leave everybody else doing their own thing. I leave them where they are, on their path. I was never a part of their path, so I don't come around here and I start mentioning people's names and I start blasting them with insults. I don't do that kind of stuff, ladies and gentlemen. That video was a bit disturbing, you know. That video was of a coach hitting on other coaches, life coaches, you know. So in my mind, I was thinking that, wow, this is a life coach hitting on other life coaches, you know. And this thing, I think this thing has been going on for some time, you know what I mean? Now, me personally, my spiritual awakening was triggered by one of the life coaches actually that has been mentioned. My spiritual awakening was triggered by that particular individual, and from that point forwards, ladies and gentlemen, my life has never been the same. If it wasn't for that person, that video, it could have been somebody else, but in that moment, that's the person that triggered my awakening, you know. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I remember doing a video before and I said, if you're going to start this journey of YouTube, helping people, coaching and whatever, you need to heal, ladies and gentlemen. You need to come, yes, okay, you may not have fully healed, of course, because a lot of us, we started this journey in our early days of healing, but you need to get mentally and emotionally to a better place in, you know, within you. Because if you're not trying to do the work and you're helping people, that energy is going to be, what do they call it? What's the word? That energy is going to show. It's going to show in the videos that you're making. You know what I mean? There are some coaches I know that are doing very good. There are some of these coaches on YouTube, very, very huge channels. They are doing their own thing. You know, I'm just thinking that maybe this is some kind of a spiritual ego, you know. Maybe sometimes they are coaches and they've started getting this kind of spiritual ego, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing the same thing. How can you attack other coaches who are in the same field that you are? You know? The world has got 6 billion people. Ladies and I don't know how, 6 or 7, I don't know. The world has got billions of people. If somebody offers themselves to help people, they can always find their followers who are also in that frequency, in that similar frequency like them. You know what I mean? The world has got billions of people. And everybody, especially those coaches, they can always find their tribe. You know, because the whole meaning of this YouTube thing, you have got to find your tribe. So your tribe will gravitate towards you. The people who are in a similar energy like you, they will gravitate towards you. You know what I mean? I've even seen these narcissists on YouTube. They are narcissists. They're on YouTube. They are self-aware. And they're doing well. You know what I mean? The world is for everyone, ladies and gentlemen. The world is for everyone. We have got billions of people. You put yourself out there, you do your thing, your family will gravitate towards you. The people that match up with your frequency, they are going to gravitate towards you. So if you want to know who you are, you look at the people following you. That is your tribe. They can be hundreds of thousands. They can be 200 of. They can be even. They can even be a million. That is your soul tribe. Now you see a coach. I don't know. Maybe it's part of my upbringing. You know, the way I was brought up. You know, sometimes you have to get out of your own way. You know what I mean? Because you see, jealousy and envy. When you're a person who is vibrating in that frequency of jealousy and envy, you're actually blowing up your own path. You are blowing up your own path, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in that frequency, envy and jealousy, because you see, most of the time it doesn't really come out as jealousy. You know, it can come out like a critique. You know, like some kind of criticism and the stuff like that. You know what I mean? But within them, within the inside of them, is simply jealousy. It could be just because somebody else is doing well, you know, on their spiritual journey, on that journey of YouTube, they're doing well. You know, they could be having a lot of clients, a lot of customers, I don't know, what do they call them, subscribers and all those followers, you know, and they're doing well. And that is their blessing. So the universe blesses them according to the work that they have decided to, the path they have chosen, and the work that they have decided to put in. So the universe will bless them. It's a reward. You know what I mean? But you say person comes out, that person is shit. That person is, and then there's the swearing, and then all these words you can even think about. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a very, very toxic energy. You know? Ladies and gentlemen, unless you have not healed, you cannot tell me a person who has healed. They are still coming around and using all these very, very toxic words, very, very negative, you know. There's no way to describe the language, ladies and gentlemen, on those kind of channels. You cannot describe that kind of channel. The language is so dirty. I know so many coaches, English-speaking coaches. For me, English is my second language, so I may do a few mistakes in my, in my videos. There could be a few mistakes here and there. But there are some coaches I know English is their first language. They are very clean. They are very plain. You know? They do their videos easy. They are not going to curse out anyone. They are going to say what they say. They help the people. And they sign out. And they go do other things. But you cannot come out from the beginning to the end. You're blasting people. The language. Very toxic energy. You know what I mean? Guys, that is the energy of... that kind of energy is an energy of a low vibrational person. It's a low vibrational energy, and very few people understand this. You know what I mean? Let everyone be. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is too big. We have billions of people on this planet. Everybody will find their tribe. If you have got your tribe, there is something you're doing for them, you're helping them, you can stay in your own lane. Ladies and gentlemen, it's one thing what I've learned, you know, especially on this journey. One of the things that I've learned on this journey, ladies and gentlemen, is to stay in my own lane. Life is very easy when you stay in your own lane. You have no pressure. You know, you're not going to come around and make a whole video about somebody. Of course, I make videos about narcissism because this channel is about narcissism, you know, and everything. You know what I mean? But I cannot come around and I focus on an individual. I'm just going to blast that whole individual throughout the entire video. For what? Ladies and gentlemen, for what? For what? Who is even paying you to do that kind of work? You know? Did you guys actually know that sometimes when you're vibrating so low, you can destroy your own craft, you know? Low vibration can destroy your own craft. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this. That kind of frequency of hatred, inside of you, you're hating somebody. I don't understand. It is because they are successful, or is it because they are doing better than you? Or is it because they're on a very high vibration, and then you come around and hate on somebody? It's unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen, you know. So what I'm trying to say here is that, ladies and gentlemen, I know that narcissism is, we have this epidemic going on around, around the world. People are struggling with narcissism. There are a lot of victims, the survivors. There's billions of those narcissists, maybe millions of them. But ladies and gentlemen, we are all working towards the same thing. If you're a life coach, and especially on these narcissism channels and everything, and of course other relationship channels and stuff like that, we are all working towards similar goals of helping people. But you can imagine coming out and making a video about another coach. An entire video about another coach. Abusive language, destructive language. It's unbelievable. And then you have got followers who are standing behind you. So you're steering your whole followers, you're steering them towards the same direction, you know. If they decide to do what you're doing, they're going to do a similar thing in the future. They're going to do a similar thing, because that kind of thing is contagious. It's like energy, you know. I try to pump out the energy of healing on this channel. That's what I want for the people. You know what I mean? The energy of healing. You know what I mean? But how can I be helping you to heal, and at the same time I'm preaching to you about other people who are doing their own thing in their own lane? Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. There are some narcissists I know, narcissists. They're doing well on YouTube, hundreds of thousands, I don't know, something like that, even more subscribers. They're doing their own thing. It's their own lane. They're not bothering anyone. They're doing their own thing. They're in their own lane. But I've never come out here and I talked about anyone on this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been following me for a while. You know, I'm very careful with the energy that I put out in the universe. I'm very, very careful, because that energy, most of the times, I try to filter the energy a little bit. I try, you know what I mean? I try. Because first of all, there's people that are watching me, there's people that are listening to me, so you cannot pump all that energy towards them. You know what I mean? And that thing, sometimes it destroys someone's character. You know what I mean? When you're a person who is out there and you're helping people, and at the same time you're in that kind of energy like that, you can destroy your son. So me, sometimes I see somebody who is like, in this situation, I see someone, most likely, I don't know what you guys to go out there and say that there's almost said this, but I'll tell you what is happening. Most likely that person they are most likely going to destroy themselves and the things that they believe in, most likely. For me, it looks like a self-destructive process, you know. At this point in time, we should care less who is a narcissist, who is not, and this one and that one. Ladies and gentlemen, those guys, they are there. They have always been there, even in the Bible times, you know. So for me, some of the things that I learned on my journey, I learned to let go. I knew these people, they were there. They have always been there. And I have always been here. You know what I mean? I stay in my lane, they stay in their lane. They are doing good. If they are doing well financially, good for them. Who wants to be broke, ladies and gentlemen? You know, who wants to be broke? Who wants to wake up every morning and you're lacking money? They're doing their own thing. They are caring for their families. Let it be. Then you know what you do. You also stay in your lane, and you find your tribe. Then you help your tribe, and God blesses you in that way. Me, that's how I see life. You know what I mean? So this thing of spiritual ego is for nothing. The whole entire thing of spiritual ego. This whole thing is spiritual ego. Going out there and attacking other people. I don't know for whichever reason, for what purpose. You know, calling out people. You know. People, they follow you because they like you. You know what I mean? I've got 11,000 subscribers. Of course, the channel has been growing gradually. But people, they follow you because they like you. You cannot force somebody to follow you. You just put out your videos. People will come there, they will start to watch your videos. If they resonate with the video, they like you, they will follow you. They will subscribe to your channel. You know what I mean? But you can imagine somebody who is trying to look for help. Then you're coming and clicking on a video. And somebody is blasting and abusing other people in their channel. You know what I mean? Me, I talk about narcissists. I mean, like, for the most part of this channel, I talk about these narcissists. But even very rarely you see I'm there cursing and, you know, doing this and cursing. I don't do that. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just by nature. You know what I mean? Very rarely, yes, I will teach you and I will tell you this and this. But you very rarely see me doing a video where I'm just cursing out other people, narcissists and all that, this. I just tell you what they do. I tell you who they are, what they are like, how to protect yourself, those kind of stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, there's a language that carries a very low vibration. You should be able to see that language. It carries a very, very intensive low vibration. If a person is using that language, then that person is on a very low frequency. I can guarantee you this, ladies and gentlemen. All these big channels I've seen, you know, all the big channels I've seen on YouTube, they try to use a clean language in their channels. You know what I mean? Most of the guys I've seen on these big channels or whatever, they are trying to use a clean language. They are trying to be clean and neat on their channels. You know what I mean? But when you're mixing up your channel with the curse words, cursing out other people, abusive language, and all this kind of stuff, is a very, very low frequency. I do not even believe personally that channel can go anywhere. I'm not sure about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, life coaching, follow the people that you believe in. If you see somebody, you like their energy, the channel looks okay, follow them. If you're not happy with them, unfollow them. You don't lose anything, ladies and gentlemen, to unsubscribe from somebody that you feel that they are giving a very negative energy. You know? It's like sometimes personally, when I see those kind of, abusive language and stuff like that, I delete them from the channel straight away. Because I don't like to have a channel, people are there cursing and all these swear words and stuff like that. I don't like to see that. So I just delete them. If you don't like your coach, your life coach, ladies and gentlemen, unfollow them. It's as simple as that. You know? If you find somebody that you like, follow them for a while and see how you feel. Are they helping you to evolve? Are they teaching you some very important things? Follow them. Subscribe. You can even support them. There's nothing wrong with supporting your own life coach. You know what I mean? You don't have to support them, but support if you can. Okay? So I mean, like, I don't know what is this thing, how is this thing going to end? Because me personally, I don't like to, I've been watching those few videos here and there, but I don't know where it's going to end. But wherever it's going to end, I'm not sure it's going to be a good way. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. I just want to talk about these life coaches which are blasting each other out on YouTube instead of focusing on their craft and building their empires. You know what I mean? That's how the life goes. Let me get back to you in my next one, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to book a session if you want to. You can always follow me. You can always buy some merchandise if you want to. You can find out of these links in the description below. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.